All right, we'll start with questions in the room. Questions? Second row on the back.
Third consecutive win. How are you guys feeling?
We're on a streak.
Good.
Yep.
Feeling good.
Liz, you were plus 22. We saw there was a little bit of a moment where you got a little frustrated when you got that technical foul. How did you not let it affect your game for the rest of the game?
That's like my whole game. He plays, so it wasn't really anything. Another day in the office. But no, my teammates keep me in check, keep me in line. We all had to play through things today. But yeah, we toughed it out with the win.
Nneka not only 3 wins in a row, but the 2 in this back-to-back, which was a really tough, just physical 2-day series. Like, what does that say about the fortitude of this team to be able to continue this streak?
I mean, it's amazing. For us, it's more than a 2-day series. We played in Dallas on Friday, and both Phoenix and New York were here before us. Yeah, had a 5-hour delay on the plane, and we just kind of said, hey, the job's got to get done. I always say, like, someone's got to play the game, so we might as well go out and do our best against 3 great teams. And it's not easy showing up and just trying to be great every time. You know, fatigue can always set in, and other variables can always come into play when you're trying to just focus and win. But we have a group with individual and collective great intentions, and so we just try our best to be our best and make each other better.
Yeah, kind of a question for each of you here. Yesterday, 5 players in double figures. Again today, 5 players in double figures. Shooting percentage, in the high 40s there. You've been saying all along this season about how, you're just waiting kind of for the offense to kind of click, get used to each other and stuff. Is that what we're seeing now? Are you guys really starting to get comfortable with each other? The offense is really starting to find its rhythm there in these past couple games?
I would think so. Yeah. I think each game is a step in the right direction. And then also to, with the changes we've experienced, kind of determining and finding our identity individually and collectively. Coach Fred does a good job of establishing that. We have a coaching staff that really lets us understand, what we are great at. We're playing against great teams, but we're a great team too. And so respecting that in each other and having that confidence when we're out there, I think is really contributing to the cohesiveness that we're feeling and that we're seeing.
Lexie Brown, you were 4 for 5 from 3 tonight, which has been a trend for you, shooting so well. Are you the best shooter on the Sparks roster right now?
I mean,
I'm not about to say in the league, but yes. Percentage-wise, I think so. But I mean, we have great shooters all over, and that's why I'm so open sometimes, because they can't just lock in on me. There's so many scores and threats from the outside. It could be anybody's type. But tonight was mine, and my teammates found me when I was wide open. These two attract so much attention from defenders, so I just moved around them.
Lexie, you played 38 minutes last night.
Yep.
23 hours later, you're here again. You played 33. How did you just recover in the last 24 hours?
Last night, I just went home, got in the Norma Tech boots, drank a glass of wine, and watched Stranger Things. And that's what I did.
This is the wine for me.
Yes, girl.
Antioxidants, baby.
WNBA is such a unique league where you guys can call the player like Kiana just day of and she shows up and has to play for you.
I mean, it's like 20 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, no, she was great. Right. She was great.
What do you remember about it from training camp? Like, how did you see that play out today?
She was like a sponge in training camp, and she just was there to just work. And she was just a little quiet, but I think she was just learning a lot, and I think that's why she could just come in and fit. She's like the sweetest girl ever. She was so nice to everybody. We loved having her around. So, she made it all the way to the last day of training camp. So to hear that she was the one that, was called in, we were all really, happy about that. We were all really excited to see her. And We knew that she was gonna get in. We told her you're probably gonna get in today, so be prepared for that. And she stepped up and did great.
And I think that's the last thing we always say to someone get cut. Like, you got to stay ready. Today's is proof. She came in ready. She came in fit. Played great D, pulled in those old balls when it was necessary. So it's just hard work shown right there.
Hey, Nneka, first of all, I want to say happy birthday. I know it's a couple days ago.
Thanks.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. And then second of all, what do you think, or what stands out to you about the performance of the starting five tonight? Because it's the second straight game, and at least that I know of it, everybody in double figures, everybody knowing that they're going to have to play big minutes. But what stands out to you?
I mean, I think that awareness is what stands out, and us coming out, with intention, with purpose. I think that that's something that we're getting much better at. Making the first punch. There was a timeout at one point when Coach Fred was like, "Yo, we gotta hit him back," because they were doing what they could to make things harder for us, and that clicking and it resonating on both ends of the court, I think, is really what stands out. I also really love the communication between not just the starters, but the whole team. Like, when we're out there, we're all seeking like what's working. Let's get Lexie shot. Let's get Lou this. Like, people are trying to make the right play, and I think that's the mark of a team that you want to play.
Lexie, want to talk to you defensively yesterday and today, guarding Sabrina Ionescu and then Skylar Diggins-Smith today. What was that battle out on the court both days, and kind of coming back today, being just as ready as you were yesterday? And what was your game plan guarding both of them?
My mentality defensive just to be a pain, a pest. I think I'm one of the most well-conditioned players in this league. So, if someone gives me a defensive assignment to wear someone down, I'm going to take that and do that. I know I got my help side behind me. We're doing a much better job communicating on the back end, getting hit by screens, getting switches. So it's definitely a team effort. I don't do that by myself, but, I've kind of embraced that defensive energy. A lot of people were doubting my capabilities on the defensive end. I kind of been playing with that chip on my shoulder as well. But a lot of people, yes. So I've taken this.
News to me.
Someone asked me if I worked on my 3-point shot in the off season. So I took a lot of things that I needed to prove. Social media. 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So I've kind of embraced that 3 and D role on this team. So it's been a lot of fun, and I think it's finally being noticed.
Do they watch this game?
It is strange.
Do they know this one?
Liz, I know you guys have had some just like nightmares at the airport, but you guys don't have to go to the airport for a while.
Oh, girl, it's litty.
Except for Nneka, who's going to Chicago. But
that's a good reason, though.
Sure. Just how much are you guys going to just enjoy this homestand? There's a lot of work to do, but just how much of an opportunity is this to get your feet back on?
Like, I've been waiting for this before the season started. I remember looking in training camp, looking at May, being like, we just got to get to July. We just got to get to July. I was like,
looking at May, saying we got to get to July.
I was like, July is
2 whole months.
Yeah, girl.
Like, if we can survive this,
but if
July's
we,
gonna be straight.
I just knew if we could survive May, like, it would just be a cool running
It was the
home.
longest month.
It was long, and I'm really proud for us to just staying together, because that first month could have really seen teams go the other way, but we just want to be the best we can be individually and as a team, and we want to see everyone be the best they can be as well. So, I don't know, you're just talking about all the talking we do. This is the team that I've never had communication like this on the team before. Positive communication. Just reinforcing that we're doing everything right. I just love hooping with these ladies. I'm happy we're on a little streak, and I'm ready to keep it rolling all of July.
Time for 2 more. We'll go to the Zoom for Sean and David.
Nneka, so coming up on Sunday, you're going to be playing in your 7th All-Star game. Obviously, you still have 1 more game left before you're going to get there, but what does that mean to you to be playing in your 7th All-Star game as a starter on Team Stewart?
I mean, it's a blessing. It's really a blessing. I always say this, these types of the individual accolades don't come because you did it by yourself. And I owe it to my team. I owe it to the organization. I'm just grateful to be here, knowing where I was last year. I just feel so much better, and I'm glad that I dedicated my time to myself in 2022.
And as a follow-up to that, yesterday you were getting serenaded with MVP chants, and you had some more tonight. And then Lexie went on Twitter yesterday and said you should be in the
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
I'm not on Twitter like that.
That's why I didn't tag you.
Oh, okay.
I just said Nneka.
My bad.
We got a lot of retweets.
I can't.
Exactly. So she was advocating for you. The crowd was advocating for you. What's your thoughts on that whole discussion in your play this season?
I want to ring.
Facts.
I want to ring. That's what I mean. Like I'm grateful for teammates that advocate for me. You know,
We gonna get both for her.
I just, you know, I want to be great, and I'm great because of my teammates, and I just want a legacy of contagion, you know. And we like Liz said, like we are in this together. We embrace everybody, and I'm glad to have teammates that embrace me. But everyone knows where it is. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our last question, go to Bailey.
Yeah. So about the MVP, last time you won an MVP, you also won a ring. How does this season shape up? And, you know, how does it compare to that season?
You know, one thing that Coach Fred talks about is knowing and feeling and doing and communicating as though we are a playoff contender. You know, that's really where our mind is at. So Sinead does a great job of reminding us every day, like this is a playoff game. You know, I think almost like 90% of our games have been one possession games.
Yes.
So we know what it feels like to, you know, go down to the wire. And I think it's good that we're getting that experience. But through that, we have to come out hard for the full 40 minutes to establish ourselves and not doubt ourselves. I think that's really what it is. You know, obviously you can compare and contrast things in the past. You know, it's very different now because I had a different role back in 2016 and 17. And it's beautiful how, you know, things evolve differently, but there's still commonalities and there's still a familiarity of like how I feel about being on the team. And I said this when I first came into training camp. I was like, I love the vibes of this team. We hadn't even practiced yet. And so I feel a lot of that goodness. I feel a lot of that intention. And I just want to keep it rolling. Thank you.